walking. The first thing you'll need to do is trace your circle. I have space in the middle of my lovely piece of cardboard, so I'm just going to do it in the middle. It does not matter, regardless of whether or not something is on the back side and you feel like it won't fit. You can paint over anything.
All right, bam. All right,
okay, so I have my circle. Hope you guys can see that. Can you guys see that? Okay. Is it dark enough? Okay, that's okay. So, while we are working with a sphere that we are going to paint, how many of you have done this before in pencil or graphite or so on? Okay, so you all are fairly familiar with this. What is the first thing that we want to establish before we begin painting? Almost. Who said it over there? Yes, you need your light source. Okay, so you can pretty much put an arrow in wherever you want. I think for today, I'm going to go ahead and put my light source coming this direction. So you need a nice little arrow there. And you're going to write light source. Are you raising your hand?
No. Me?
Okay. Okay, if my light source is here, what's going to happen right at the top right here? It's going to be very white. So what's going to happen down here?
It's gonna be dark.
Right. So our shadow should be this direction, right? This direction. So what you'll do is you'll take the bottom of your sphere and we're going to just quickly sketch in where that shadow needs to be.
Oh, painting shop. Yeah, you're right. Give me a pencil back.
Just like that. Did you do it?
No. Do it black out the shadow already?
Have I said to paint yet?
No.
Have I said anything about painting?
Can I do it?
Not yet.
Anna, you acted that one.
Okay, are we all to this point now?
No.
Yes.
Girl, hurry up.
I did my album with paint. Oh, she said she didn't do that. I didn't do it on purpose.
Okay. If we already know that this is going to be our darkest dark, that's obviously black, you can go ahead and start painting that section first if you would like to.
It kind of looks like a funky How do you draw the shadow?
Bottom, hold the line out, and then it's going to loop back around. Do not go to the middle of your sphere. Our shadow would never be that high up.
Too late.
You want about 2/3 down. Okay? Don't go to the middle. If you go to the middle, you need to fix it before you paint it.
Your paint smells funky.
Your paint smells funky. You think that smells weird? The brown that they're using right now to paint that tapestry smells like chocolate.
Really?
It is creepy. I do not like it.
Oh, now we're painting coffee paint.
Let me taste.
No, it legit smells like, you know, cosmic brownies?
Yes.
Yeah.
It smells like that.
I want some.
Did you just say this looks like brown?
Yeah.
It's not brown.
Who just said that they want one?
Pardon?
What?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. It smells like frosting.
Yeah, right? It's gross.
Maybe it is frosting.
It freaks me out.
Trying to taste it.
No, absolutely not.
Did not buy frosting.
Oh, I did not.
Can I taste it to make sure?
So she told me not to paint even though it was ready.
So I drawing and it's.
That's perfectly fine.
Is this fine?
Yes.
I
Okay.
was like, it's too long.
I think
I don't think it's a little bit.
Okay, at this point, if you guys are feeling very confident and you feel like you can do this all on your own, you are welcome to do so. But please remember, we are in high school. I do not want to see out of the lines. Please make sure it is clean and crisp.
Man, but what if I'm special?
You can try.
Oh, I just ruined it.
I'm asking for your best effort. So pull your shadow further out and cover it up.
I don't know how to do this sleeve crispy. It's not working. It kind of looks really fun. I like it like it.
What do you think I should?
Yeah.
You're going to have to flip everything we're doing.
Yeah, there's not enough room on the other side for a shadow. You should make something. Kind of looks like Perry.
Dude, she would.
Harry the Potter.
I always see it as like a baseball cap.
To be honest,
You know, it kind of does.
More like it does.
Okay, while moving on, I would recommend, okay, starting with your white. And if we're going to start with the white, it's most likely going to be up here, right? So, we have to have a highlight. I'm going to start with just a little bit of an indication of a nice circle right at the top, like a more of an oval. That is going to be your highlight. That is the only spot on your circle that's going to be completely white. I am going to have to obviously do more layers, but that's the shape you need.
Whoops.
Close your computer. Okay, from there, start making your grays. If you need help remembering, we literally did 12 squares last time. Well, you should have done 12.
Is it too light?
That's way too dark.
Oh. My water.
Corey's going to his link. That's trying to be it just said his water broke.
I said my watch broke, but it turned out to be water.
Dude,
I'm not sure.
not
No.
to be honest.
Yes. Notice while we're doing this, there is a lot of room to mix while you go. So just remember, if it's not quite what you want it to be yet, mix while you're going. If it's too dark, go ahead and put in more of the white and mix on the go.
Is that way now?
Yes.
Dude, I was like, you make some color.
Okay, once you get to this point, I would like for all of you to stop what you're doing.
I'm not even to that point. I can't even make it gray.
I haven't even gone the white.
What?
Well, you were chatting quite a bit.
No, I'm trying to mix the paint, but I mixed too much black in there. Bam. Okay, no. Oh my gosh.
Never mind.
So, did you put in your highlight? Now start going around the highlight and pulling it out in a circle motion. Okay, we're talking half crescent moon.
Yeah.
You don't want to go straight because then you're flattening out your sphere.
Miss Carter, this color. What? Oh, wait.
Okay, so that's the dark brown next.
Yeah.
Do like just pure brown.
Well, what I'm saying, like, yeah, right there.
I swear that cat love going.
Like this is way too
I'm saving that grade then.
Conversation's done.
No, because why did I like We'll go right here. And here I'll let my girl choose that. And then we'll go dark. That would be like one of these. Okay. That way. And then that way. Yeah. And then if you want to move this direction, you can too. It will just be though like dark, like these ones, and then the others.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, don't go past this point if you are not comfortable with what's happening.
Bam! Good,
Oh,
bad.
you're doing great. So you need to hustle though, because you're talking too much and you're not doing what you need to do.
I haven't gone to that.
Oh,
Take
yeah,
some of
yeah.
your white while this is still wet
Yeah.
and pull that out so it's not so like centered.
Okay.
We want it to be there, but we don't want it to have a hard line outside of it. That's fine. We can do that. We can do that. So kind of like that.
So all of my paint's see-through, and I don't. It just looks.
You need more paint. You gotta layer it. Yes, but what have you done?
Yeah, mine looks.
No, that's good. Okay, these look great. I
Dude,
just put
the
more on.
amount of people that don't understand.
It's literally pissing me off, not just your, whatever the conversation is.
So bad. We're just.
Okay.
Can't handle the pressure.
Of this class?
No, we're having a conversation.
Oh, I was like, literally there is no pressure to be had in this class.
Other than making this.
I'm just feeling really stressed, ma'am. I think I'm transferring out.
Of school?
No, out of this class.
You don't have to take this class, but good luck getting your art credit.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Hey, you could be a band.
You could be a band kid if you want to be a band kid.
No, I tried
a
that
lot
for
of
half a
people want to do
semester.
that.
I wanted to die every minute I was in it.
So you still want to die in here, though.
Very much agreed.
Which is not.
Not really sure how to help you there.
Yeah, and we've been abandoned.
The band kids can bring me a little
Did they
bit.
really?
Like the jazz.
No clue about darkness is, but I'm a still.
Okay. Before we move on, I want to make sure that we establish what I like to call. Does anyone remember?
No.
No one remembers?
Wait, what?
Okay, so right here.
Art class, man.
Oh, it's just an art.
Do you remember?
Radius. No, radius.
I mean, it is technically.
Radian. Radion.
Radio. I'm honestly imagining it.
Cast shadow!
That's not the word I was going to remember.
Cast shadow! So for this one, we're definitely going to need a much darker gray. But we don't want to go completely black. So like a charcoal.
A what?
And right on that line that I drew
At least we're doing more.
with water, I'm going to go ahead and pull that line in first. Okay?
It's at the bottom.
Oh my gosh.
I'm assuming that's too dark.
What she do?
It's too dark, add a little bit of white
Don't assume.
while you're painting, and it should be fine.
But she's
Right on the far edge,
I don't know what they're.
I'm just going to start mixing in a little bit extra black while it's still wet.
That'd be
So,
cool.
I'd go darker.
I'm lost.
I see.
You're a female?
I'm a
I'm
he.
only looking at one who doesn't.
I mean, it is 2022.
Is that like charcoal?
Yes.
No, you know, like he's physical. Oh,
I'm a
physical.
physicist.
You see that nails down.
Okay. And then right back here,
I tried to.
we're going to add a little bit more white to that same gray we had, just to lighten it up a little bit. And bring in a lighter value of gray right behind it. Yes.
I was just like.
And again, while it is still hopefully all wet, we're going to come back in with our brush strokes and smooth it out. If you need to add a little bit of water to move it around, go ahead and do so.
You said mix a little bit of black in the bottom, right?
Uh-huh. I'm going to come in with just a little bit more white right on the far edge.
Me? I don't. You know?
Bro, where the hell is the paper?
Yeah.
No, that's too much black.
Miss Carter, can I use a smaller brush?
Yes.
No, it doesn't need a new brush. This brush is just for
Add water. You gotta do it while it's still wet though. So I would leave it back on, bring a little bit of water over there and then move it around. So are we taking,
He doesn't know why I don't. No, I
okay, I do also.
That's probably the same one. That's actually Christian.
This guy too.
Yeshua.
Salt, lightly.
Yeshua.
Okay.
Yeshua.
That always looks small, but I was like, I got it.
Looks like a tree, yeah, sure.
I know you're really excited about it, so make sure you get this really good. Do you need a smaller one too? Okay, so what I would say is let's have you take maybe this color and add just a tiny bit of the brown to it to create that like extra dark space.
start throwing excuses.
Does that make sense?
Oh my god.
So once you do that, mix it up, let me check and bring it again.
Hey man, how do you put white in it or what do you put? I don't know.
Okay, so let me see
Okay.
your brushes.
Oh wow, look at that.
We're good around now.
Man.
Oh wait, no, that's
Really, right on this edge.
Oh, no. Let's miss it.
And turn off a little bit.
Yeah, I was used to
Totally, I don't have a.
Okay, you see how it highlights it just a tiny bit? But
Damn.
Okay, how are we doing, guys? Are we to this point, or do you need me to stop for a sec?
just stop.
Don't make it look good. I need direction.
I really.
Not feeling too good about this.
You want mine?
a little bit more, a little bit more brown.
I know.
Dude, what the?
Not feeling too good about this.
So much better.
Man, you're
Yeah.
real whiny.
Same.
Okay. Give us slightly brown. I'm gonna cover it. So I like if I go the other way. I'm just gonna get. I have my hair all easily. Okay, right on the side.
My hands, dude, my hands.
Yours looks better than mine.
My hands.
It's so official.
I see.
Is your highlight?
That was even more confusing.
Not when you're working, but later.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you are.
Once you're better, you're good to
I
go.
was like,
Wait a minute.
We're gonna give a little attention there.
Yeah, let me work something out.
Okay, this looks good, but I would put just a sliver more of a little bit darker right here. Right here?
Yeah, we want this to stay that kind of light, but we need to bring in a little bit darker value right on that edge. Yeah. Okay. Okay, same for you. Gotta go a little bit darker right in the
It
center.
is so bad, dude. So bad.
Sorry. Okay. This looks good, but we want to bring in that little highlight right at the very bottom. So I would add just a sliver of white, and then you will blend it together once you do that sliver. You have the sliver, so now you want to clean this off a little bit. Just a little bit.
Me and Lloyd looked it up and were like, that's why we do it.
Blending it. Yeah. So instead of a hard line, now
He's
you're
not
trying
much
to
in the
blend.
bench.
You don't think so?
He's not flex. Not me. He's in the incline.
Thanks, man.
I like what he's done, but not big. Sorry with
I think
that.
it's more about you. You know how many drawings I have softened? You can use them as tissue.
Is that helping?
I know he can go higher than that, but I've never seen
So
one.
adding a little bit of water.
That's
That's fair. Okay, you have lost all values. You're going too fast. Okay, you gotta slow down and work with me. You gotta do that white line at the edge, and you need a hard dark line right here. Okay, are we ready to move on? Yes. Can we move on?
Yeah, let's just move on. I'm done.
Okay, we're gonna move on anyways.
Please.
So, as we continue to further bring our colored back this direction, we now have a decent idea of where we're starting and where we need to end up. This is where all of our value experience is going to come in handy. And again, constantly flip your cardboard over and check your values if you are unsure, but we can blend as we go. So I'm going to go back, get this like level 2 value that I have right there. Get a decent amount because I'm going to continue to utilize it and go darker as I move down the sphere. So a little bit more white.
Oh, crap, that's too much black.
Notice as I'm pulling this color out, I am doing a large amount of it. That's because when I come in with the next layer, I'm going to overlap. So I'm going to come back in, go a little darker on my values. Going to overlap a little bit. Continue with that crescent shape. Before moving too much on, I'm going to go back in with just a clean wet brush and start to blend these hard lines. I'm coming in with circle motions, making sure that my brush is clean.
I cannot work with this, I'm gonna be honest. I can, but it's just so difficult. I don't know what it is.
You've never done it before?
Yeah.
That's what it is. So it's going to be harder for you. So I'm adding one more section of darker value. I don't want to go too dark. I want it to kind of blend with the line.
Should we use no. She's just.
That might be slightly too dark.
Oh, don't do
The magic school bus.
Think about it this way, though. This is the first assignment that you have done. Okay? This is the first assignment where we're taking our skills of value and creating something, right? So, by the end of class, by the end of this year, you'll get to see this project that you've created and go, okay, I have at least learned some skills, and I am better than I was before. Because that's my whole goal, is making sure you guys are better at the end than when you started.
Yeah.
Because if I can't do that, then I'm not doing my job correctly.
Not yet. Miss Frizzle just like this. Miss Frizzle just killed someone?
Yeah, I saw this vine where she was like, there's this guy was putting it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, guys. It was funny. I'm pretty sure she saw this.
So I met the original actor of Miss Frizzle at Comic-Con. I mean, that's what I assumed. She looks exactly like Miss Frizzle. It's impressive.
Yep, that's the best way.
Come in.
How to break the silence. Yeah.
So much fun.
It's stock.
How many did it get to do? Just the one? Just one.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay. Please make sure as you are going that you're going slow, you're checking your values. And if I were you, I would just go with quick, short pulls with your brush, not long strokes. Okay?
There's nothing.
On the other side of that far
So bad.
top part.
If you wouldn't mind, yes. And then when you get into like highlights here. Yeah.
Someone will go over because we'll get our red town later.
It's like really.
Yeah, but wait, that's not too far.
Don't worry about any of this white stuff yet. So, I don't have any ones going down. Very, you step back, you can see it from top. And what we might need to, that's why we're gonna go with the white. Yes.
I don't have it in.
Right here.
Really?
That shape. We're gonna go.
I have to take it back.
Yeah, we're gonna put it still. Yeah, little slats.
Yeah. Is he screwing up?
You could open it.
For some reason,
White or just straight to gray?
I'm trying to blend it more. Boy, it still doesn't look good.
Technique.
Dabbing it. Yeah. That will let
It's just
Simply like my
Side
Okay, but you also have to realize you are using
Black is officially the
so
worst.
like you can blend much easier with charcoal faster. I know, I'm really good. So you want my recommendation?
Yeah.
Go darker right here. Okay, this is very, very dark. And then since you want to focus more so on that reference, all of this right here needs to be darker too.
Yeah, shake this thing.
What?
Oh shoot, I'm just mistaken.
I don't expect any of you to do this perfectly your first try.
I like to.
Yeah, I mean,
I expected myself to be better than this.
Make it look better.
I really don't like this.
Further down. You're kind of lost on what
Yeah.
Thank you, Raven.
Oh man, this is horrible.
Yeah.
It's actually
Whatever.
Okay, you have lost all of your darks. So right here, you need to go a little bit darker. And I know mine looks really light, but look at it from here.
Yeah,
I tried to go darker, but it didn't work.
So go darker. Yes. Again.
Love it.
Okay. Also, real quick, just so you know, this is the only thing I am having you do today. It's the only thing. So if you get done, then you're done.
Considering we have 14 minutes left, yeah.